Hello, everybody.
An intro?
Hello,
We didn't talk about it.
hello, everybody. Welcome back to A Reason to Talk. My name is Alci. That is Max, as per usual. We're pretty tired, but boy, do we have a lot to talk about today.
Which is an awesome combination because we'll have topics that we'll want to have covered better when we wake up tomorrow.
I know it's going to be so great, but I think my tiredness might help with a couple of mine.
I want to see you break out into real tears.
Yeah, I've done it before.
Have you?
Yeah, in the Bob Dylan episode.
Oh yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Oh my god.
Sociopath.
But yeah, let me take a look at my topics, because oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I'm checking Instagram right now. This is important.
Oh, okay. Oh god, this is not a great topic to start with. I'm not going to start with that one. Muppets Most Wanted. We watched Muppets Most Wanted as a group. And I forgot how many insane celebrity cameos there are. They have Christoph Waltz do a waltz. They have
Do they?
They have so many cameos, but here's the thing. Diddy's also there.
Okay.
Diddy's chilling with the
Right.
Muppets on a train at some point. And
Ooh.
and then he shows
How
up at
recent
the
is
end. This was before all of that. This was like what,
Okay.
2017? I don't know. I just wanted to make the world aware that Diddy is in Muppets Most Wanted. And it's pretty ironic considering the title.
Mm. That's a fair point. I still don't find it that funny though.
I just found it shocking because all of a sudden it just cuts and there's Diddy.
That is a bad look.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that must. Oh my god, watching that now is probably so funny. If
It
you're
is.
like a re-release in a theater, and it just cuts to just Diddy, and he's
Yeah.
25 feet tall, and you just see him on a. They're making billboard ads or something.
Yeah. God, we are a little tired, aren't we? We're gonna be better.
I am.
We're gonna be better. We're gonna be better. Give me a
I got up
topic,
at
Max. Give me a
6:45.
topic. Give me a topic. Nobody cares.
I
Give
can
me a
start,
topic.
or do you want to start?
No, you go. I just went with the topic and it took us 2 minutes. So, well, yeah.
Ugh. No, it did not take us 2 minutes. We've been recording for a total of 2.5 minutes. Well, I had posed the question: would we still be friends if we met today, fresh?
Ooh. I think we could be. It's just like the question is, in this scenario, do we have like initial interest in talking to each other? Like, is this assuming we met and actually talked to each other? Or
Say we just briefly met. Just briefly.
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think
I don't know.
I don't know. I think I'd get a. Here's my question: do you think you'd be as into like photography and videography and just film related stuff if it weren't for the fact that you've worked on a number of movies with me?
Different. Filmography or photography?
Well, both.
Photography, yes, because that's my dad's thing.
Yeah.
And he's like entered into competitions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Filmography, not even close.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have watched so many movies. So many movies.
Yeah.
There's
But
so many.
and you but like if I was like, oh, I'm a film major, would that like at all pique any interest on your end? Do you think?
Probably. I still think like movies and stuff are interesting. Like there's a book that's holding up my camera called Screenplays by David Cohen. Like,
Fair enough.
I mean,
yeah.
yeah. It's not like something that I'm innately adverse to. Would you think that maybe doing computer science was really boring because it is?
Yeah, but I don't rule anyone out by their major. Most people
I know, but what would we talk about?
That's a good question. But like,
Yeah.
most people have boring majors. And I'm friends with
Yeah.
people with majors I
Are
consider
you?
boring.
You
No
live in
offense
the
to them.
film. You live in the film department.
I do, but
The
like
classics, the arts, the fine arts.
yeah, but I do meet people of other majors. I know a number of political science majors. I still don't know what that is.
What? How do you?
I don't
what?
know what, like I can assume what it is, but like I don't really know what you're learning as a poli-sci major.
Probably international affairs,
Yeah.
foreign policy,
That's
local policy, governmental structures.
I know it's like I've The only things I know about political
I don't know
science
what
is what
you
I've
don't know. I
No,
don't know what
okay.
you couldn't know.
The
about
only
that.
thing that I know about political science is what I infer about it based on the name.
That's like 98% of it.
Yeah. Okay. Then yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I've
like-
literally done no research into it whatsoever.
It's so boring. And I say this as someone who has watched Hassan for 5 years. It is really boring. And I go to the #1 political science school on the planet, and they're boring. They're boring.
Yeah.
I actually, the one class I'm taking that is political science related is analysis of political data.
Mm.
It's just a different type of person that I'm exposed to in that class
Interesting.
compared to computer science classes.
And what do you think of that type of person?
They are pretty,
Okay.
and that is the end of my descriptors.
Well, yeah, but you know, I meet people of other majors all the time with different interests. Like I met a PR major yesterday. Did I meet her on a film set? Yes. Did we only talk about movies? Yes. Yeah.
Fair point.
So no, I was misleading you there. That's what I was doing.
The classic mislead. That's like, you're like Shyamalan. By the way, I have a ton of topics, so if you need me to go, I can go.
Yeah,
again.
go ahead. Go ahead.
So one of them I thought of was, you know, like those spinny sign guys?
Okay.
Do you?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So what if they had the one that was like for ISIS? There's just like a bunch of, like the top half is like Arabic writing.
We don't deserve a podcast.
The bottom half is just like very angry words, and then it's a guy just going crazy on it.
Crazy with
He's
it.
like, he's surfing on it. He's flipping it. He's making a pizza with it. It's like a Beyblade. Do you think that would help or hurt the recruiting numbers?
Honestly, I think it would help. If ISIS,
I think it would.
No, because honestly, if ISIS did that, I'd be like, you know, that's a kind of cool move by ISIS. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's literally like, ah, man, we had to give it to ISIS.
Yeah.
I think of,
It's like, unfortunately, that's kind of dope.
I think we talked about this on like episode 0 or something, but there was a British teenage girl who got convinced into joining ISIS. And then
I don't recall
like
ever talking about
6 years later, she was like, whoopsie, please let me back into the country. I would like my citizenship back, please. I'm a British citizen. And then she literally defended, she literally was like, everyone makes mistakes when they're a kid. It was really funny. Is not everyone becomes a jihadist. Some people do.
Some
you know
people.
what jihad means? I probably should.
But it's like
continue.
it's even worse.
I have
No,
more
it's even
racist
worse
jokes to
though
go on.
because it's different. Like, yeah, a lot of people, you know, maybe in that area of the world where they are literally indoctrinated into it, make mistakes when they're young. You're in Britain. Where the hell are you learning about ISIS?
Well, you gotta learn about British colonialism, my friend.
Yeah, I know, but like, you went to another country to join them, is what I'm saying. Like, that's a whole other step.
Travel is cheap. Travel is cheap.
Okay, never mind. I won't
Actually,
give
I
any
do wanna go to
input.
Damascus.
I won't get any input.
I want to go to Damascus. Damascus is the oldest city. I definitely cannot go right now. I will be shot on sight. But it's the oldest city in the world, arguably. Like the oldest continually run city.
Mm.
It's like 4,000 years old. That's cool.
That is
It's just
pretty
cool.
That's really
And
cool.
I want to go when the Middle East is safer. Namely Syria.
Ah.
Isn't the safest right now. Have you heard?
Have you heard about Syria?
There's been a thing going on.
What happened in
Actually,
Syria?
Oh, do you actually not know?
No.
Okay. Israel, Palestine fighting.
Well, I knew that, yeah.
Hezbollah leader in Syria commit to war stuff. I think we bombed them a bit. We do that a lot.
So
and
I've
it's
heard.
a super conflict time. That's pretty much
That's it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I just know there's a lot of conflict in many areas of the world. I don't care to comment on it too
Could you
heavily.
point them out on a map? I actually wonder that. Could you?
In an
Syria.
area,
Could you point out Syria?
like I could like where it specifically is in the Middle East, probably not.
Like if you were given a map of the Middle East and you didn't have names.
Probably not. No.
I will help you. It looks like a tank. I'm not. Look it up.
Let's
Look up the
fact
shape
check
of Syria.
this.
I might be
Syria
thinking of a
on-
rock. Actually, I might be. I'm checking.
on a
'Cause I
map.
might be thinking of a rock.
I don't know. Does this look like a tank? Is this
Maps.
a tank to you?
Oh God, I'm looking this on the podcast channel. I'm just googling Syria. Yes, it is definitely Syria.
That's
it
a
looks
tank
like
to
a
you.
tank.
That's a tank.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't.
There's a weapon. There's a gun on the right side.
I guess.
and then
I guess I
tread.
kind of see it.
Maybe a boat.
I guess I kind of see it.
It's either a boat or a tank.
I see it, but not
Probably
wouldn't have been
shouldn't
my
call-
first thought.
I probably shouldn't say that.
And wait, what's the tank pointing at? What's the country next to Syria? My dad is probably so sad to be missing this. My dad loves any excuse to go downstairs
need
and
to
pull out
do
his
a-
atlas.
It's so funny. Just bringing that to parties.
No,
with
no,
you.
his eye. No,
Just-
no, no. Like whenever me or my brother bring up anything regarding a place's location in the world, his eyes like brighten, and he goes, "I'm gonna go get the atlas." And then my
He just
and
does
then my
that
little
with,
brother
like,
goes,
local directions.
"No, he's getting the atlas," because we know it'll take up the next 15 minutes.
See, I like to imagine him doing that for like local directions. Like, I just need to go into DC. I'm just gonna grab the fucking atlas. It weighs like 100 pounds. Yeah. So, anyways, sign spinners for ice. Oh, I just. You know those things when you're at the beach? They're like ads that trail behind the airplanes,
Yeah.
and they.
Okay, give me another topic, you sycophant.
Well, a plane just crashed into the Potomac.
Oh, I briefly read about
Yep,
that.
I
in
knew
the
it.
Podcast.
How did you?
'Cause,
Oh yeah. Oh
one
my
of our
God. Okay,
patrons
my dad
literally
was-
sent it into the podcast.
My dad was right. My dad was right.
Regarding? Okay, can you
He
explain what
basically-
happened to the listeners?
So I'll explain. A Embraer aircraft, RCJ, I think it is, with 64 people on it, crashed into a Black Hawk military helicopter near Reagan International Airport.
Mm-hmm.
My dad guessed this 30 minutes after it happened because he checked his flight radar thing, and he checked he checked with his pilots.
Okay.
And that's insane actually.
Yeah.
They have not pulled any survivors.
Oh shit.
Yeah. American Airlines flight from Wichita, Kansas. And there was 3 soldiers on the Black Hawk for a training flight.
Yeah.
So all of Reagan Airport flights are just grounded. Jesus Christ.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Especially in DC.
Yeah, see, it makes me feel terrible
Ugh.
because this is a comedy podcast, but I'm not about to make jokes about that.
Fair point. Let's go back
No,
to the
look on your face. I thought you were about to be like, "Well, I am."
I was gonna go back to the ISIS guys wearing propeller hats, and just the lollipops, and on the lollipop and it says "Join ISIS." I
handing
could
them
be
out.
such a good marketing arm for them. This is an SNL bit. I'm realizing, they're doing the marketing for
No, see,
ISIS.
now I'm imagining them going into like the ad agency in Mad Men and John Hamm as Don Draper just being like, "Sign spinners. What are you
No.
people missing? You're missing a connection to the people. People
That was an SNL bit. I'm so serious. There was literally like they literally had a giant easel, and they were like, ISIS. It was really funny.
What? Is it the one where they go on like Shark Tank?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Yeah. Man, they didn't always miss. Do you want to go? I have more topics. I have more fun topics.
Go right ahead.
But you're also welcome. Okay.
No, all of my topics are kind of long stories.
I want to talk about the movie Jules le Jim
Jules
because Yeah, because you should know it. And my dad loves it, and as does my mom.
It's on
It's
the.
a 1962 French New Wave romantic drama.
I feel like I've heard the name before, but I most definitely haven't seen it.
Uh, Set before, during, and after World War One, follows a tragic love triangle involving French bohemian Jim, his shy Austrian friend Jules, and Jules' girlfriend and later wife Charlene.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be Le. Jules.
And this is based on a true story of two guys. It won the 1962 Étoile de Cristal and won Best Actress, and it was ranked 46 in Empire Magazine's 2010 list of the top 100 best films of the world cinema. Anyways, you have to watch it because it's film and you're my friend.
I will. I actually watched another French
now.
film based on a true story recently.
Put it on your list now.
I will.
Do it now.
My list is up here.
Don't have a physical list. I have a physical list. You should have a physical list.
I'm probably just gonna like watch it within the week.
Okay.
Because that's what I do. But I watched another French film based on a true story this week. Sorry. I was having a flash.
You were being loud.
Yeah, so Max's headphones were off. Yeah, I was having a flashback. I'm sorry. This was difficult. Let me just walk you through the night. DJ sends me a text asking if she can come over and use my computer to edit something for one of her classes because the library had closed. Right?
I'm such a good wingman.
Right.
I gave you a computer, immediately using it to get girls.
Okay. And then, so DJ comes over, does that.
I thought it was funny.
Okay. And
You're such a prick. It gives you my time. You ignore my text messages to go back and then reference something from Daredevil.
You've been skipping a dialogue because it's boring. That is the lowliest
when you binge a
thing.
show. When
I binge a show, I watch all of it.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you mean?
You're good at dialogue and you're bad at organization.
You don't know what you're organizing because you haven't seen it yet, dude. Jesus Christ, you don't know if you're skipping some of the best scenes ever. Did you watch the diner scene, the Frank Castle diner scene?
No. You know I've seen it before, right?
Yeah, you also forgot how good it is. Your own words.
There's something about Vincent D'Onofrio's. He's both simultaneously a really good actor and a terrible actor, it feels
really?
Like, because no, it's just something about him. It's something about his voice, his bald head, his baby face. It's like something, it's really off-putting in a way that I can't pin down. I can't kingpin down.
Sometimes I find when you're leaving all of that anger inside, the only thing that can properly expel it is a primal scream. Sorry, I've been working on my Kingpin impression.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know what it is. But you were telling a story, but I got you talking about Daredevil, which was my devious
that's your fault.
my little ploy.
So yeah, DJ comes over, edits something on the computer. Then we critically analyze the kissing scene of Challengers. And
you know you sound so gay when you say that.
Well, no, because
right?
I was saying
so gay.
So I was saying that I think the one guy, Patrick, is bisexual and Art is straight but just down bad, and he was like, no, I think they both are into men. And I was like, no, see. So then we watched and I'm like, see, when Pat and Zendaya are kissing, Art's just looking at Zendaya. When Zendaya and Art are kissing, Pat's looking at both of them. And Art was also way more hesitant. Yeah.
You have a lot of free time.
No, I don't. I just don't do the work I'm supposed to do. Anyway.
Oh, that's a good trick.
And then we're like, you know what?
Okay.
Neither of us were planning on sleeping that night. So we were like, why don't we watch a movie? And DJ was like, I've been meaning to watch Nickel Boys, which is one of the things that was nominated for Best Picture. And I was like, okay. Turns out it's still in theaters, not available anywhere. So then we just looked at the list of the things nominated for Best Picture to see if there's something else we wanted to watch. And then we look and we're like, are we watching Emilia Pérez tonight? I think we're watching Emilia Pérez tonight. We were so young, so stupid, so naive.
This is Monday?
Monday night.
Yeah, okay. That's when you were young and naive. Got it.
Yeah. Emilia Pérez. Okay. So I went in with an open mind. I was expecting it to be a mediocre movie that people are just really mad that got nominated. Like, I knew that it didn't deserve to be nominated for Best Picture based on, like, what everybody was saying.
Whoa.
Right? But I was just expecting it to be, like, mediocre, and that's why everybody's so pissed, right? I was expecting to give it, like, 2.5 stars on Letterboxd based on, like, the clips I've seen and what I've heard about it. I gave that shit half a star, and that's only because that's the lowest I'm allowed to go.
Really?
That was one of the worst films I have ever seen in my life.
Oh, I completely misunderstood. I thought you loved it.
No.
I thought you thought it was like this amazing, touching story.
You
That's
did
why you guys
not. Okay, here. I'm gonna play
What did you
DJ.
actually rate it?
I'm gonna play DJ Flood's live reaction right now. You watch that.
DJ, initial reactions to Emilia Pérez.
I don't want to scream because you're our age right there and it's 6 a.m. But all I have to say about this is like a visceral, guttural scream. And also, if this is nominated for 13 Oscars, I would not be surprised if next year a movie solely created by generative AI was, like, winning Best Picture. Because this is just the death of, like, filmmaking, I think. If we're letting this get nominated for so many fucking Oscars, I think next year we should
It was so bad.
Jesus Christ.
That was painful.
This is Joe Biden's America. And we need President Trump to save us from this Actually, no. I meant that... Never... No, never mind.
Wait, I want to see that.
I'll send it to you. I put it on my story and you didn't watch it, but yeah.
I was busy, dude. I've been so busy.
And so my Letterboxd review is I genuinely prefer Madam Web.
Dude, we have to watch this. We have to break down this movie.
I'm not watching that again. I'm not doing it. Okay, dude. I think one of the top reviews on Letterboxd for Madam Web is perhaps I judged you too harshly, Madam Web. Sorry, for Emilia Pérez, I mean. It's such a terrible movie. It's because how much do you know about it?
I read a little bit of the plot synopsis and I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. They
don't even get points for originality because
stuff.
They don't get points for originality because it's apparently based on a true story. So no points for originality. But not only that, I mean, in terms of just pure like plot idea, they don't get points for that. Oh my god! And I was gonna say something. Basically, this is a movie made in France, or it's a French movie. It's set in Mexico. So all of the Spanish is pretty bad. Not only that, it's a musical. Did you know that? It's a musical.
I have never heard of this movie until now.
It is nominated for 13 Oscars.
Pardon?
13 Oscars. 13.
Again, I thought Selena Gomez was in it.
She is.
Selena Gomez.
She's there.
Actress. She's a great actress and she speaks Spanish.
She is not a good actress in this.
Really?
No, and she's also playing an American who who speaks Spanish in this. So randomly she'll just say something in English and it's really just like it takes you out of it. And
Well, okay, she's like a good actress in the same way.
what
Okay,
have you
you're
seen
gonna-
her in other than Only Murders in the Building, in which she's fine?
She's good, but let me explain.
But
You know the Cumtown Boys? They're all film people and whatnot. One
yeah.
of them has a specific gripe with John Bernthal, even though he lived like 20 minutes from him.
What's the gripe with John Bernthal?
John Bernthal's an overactor. Every single thing he does, he plays to like the further. He has no nuance as an actor.
I
That's his
disagree
issue.
with that. Watch
Nothing he's seen him in.
yeah,
he has
watch
seen a
watch
ton of
King
nuance.
Richard and let me know what you think.
I've seen him in King Richard. I like him in King Richard
Yep.
a lot, but he doesn't have that major of a role, to be fair.
He's a supporting character. Yeah.
Yes.
Another criticism I have with the Oscar nominations for this movie. Sorry.
Well, this criticism was prior to King Richard. I think Selena Gomez might be similar.
She's an
Where I don't
overactor.
know how well she can. I don't know how well she can play.
I'm not here to.
over dramatized actors. I know, but I want to discuss that because it's
Well,
an
this
idea
movie's
of-
over dramatized, to say the least.
it doesn't sound like that from the way you've described it so far.
Oh, it is so. It tries so hard, and that's what's an issue with it. It just like tries so hard, and it's not good at what it's trying to do, and it takes itself so seriously. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm raising my hand.
Yeah.
Was it trying to be episode 2 of The Last of Us?
You mean
The
episode
Bill
3?
and Frank episode 3, the Bill and Frank episode.
No. Not even a little bit.
It wasn't trying to be a touching, heartful
No.
LGBTQ story. Because the script, it's the plot synopsis seemed like it was trying to do that, but
No.
also hit on a criminal element.
No.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Have you ever seen?
is really
You haven't
good
seen
yes
American
and.
Fiction?
No.
Okay.
Have I read it? No.
It's a
Maybe.
movie. Or it might be based on a novel.
It's based.
actually.
It is based on a book.
Okay, but American Fiction follows a black author who's an author, and he doesn't write books, let's say, like about the African American experience in any particular way, but his books still continue to be put in like black sections in bookstores and libraries and whatnot, right? Simply because he's an author who happens to be black. And then he notices that there's this really popular book that's, it's like When We Grew Up in the Streets, like something along those lines, and and it's getting so much play because it's like poor black experience in the streets, and he's pretty annoyed by it because he's tired of black people only being successfully represented that way in the media, right? And he gets pissed off, so as a joke, he writes a book that is just a complete, just over-dramatized version of that kind of genre, and he calls it My Pathology with an F instead of a TH. And it's just, and he writes it completely as
So
a
stupid.
joke. No, he writes it completely.
Wait, I need to.
He writes it
write this
completely as a
down.
joke and then sends it into a publishing company as a joke, as like an FU, and then it becomes wildly successful
Nice.
and it gets like nominated for these awards and all this stuff. That's what Emilia Pérez feels like to me. No way somebody wrote this seriously. No way. You know what I mean? And then it's getting nominated
Yes.
for all of these awards. And I'm not the kind of person who's like, oh, because of woke, you know? But like,
because of woke.
I know,
To be clear,
I know-
it's fake. It's performative woke.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it kind of feels like some of these award nominations are just there because they feel like they got to. But there's a line in American Fiction that I love so much. Sorry, I love so much. This is the kind of story that people will call important and say that it needed to be told, but they will never ever call it well written.
Interesting.
That's what this movie feels like. And it's also not important and did not need to be told.
That's so aggressive.
It's
That-
such a
American
terrible
Fiction
movie.
Sounds. God, it sounds so much. Also, his
Okay.
name is Ellison, Thelonious Monk Ellison in American Fiction.
Yeah.
Ralph Ellison. That's it. Yeah. Also, it feels so similar to the plot of The Sellout by Paul Beatty. Is again, book I talked about last time. Really good.
Yeah.
Really funny. But my understanding is you love this movie, and we're watching it on the Patreon to break it down.
No, please. Okay, Max, you want to know how bad this movie is? It made me do something I have never done in my entire
Did you watch it
life.
at 2x speed?
No. I got up to go to the bathroom and I didn't pause it. I have never done that in my life. And I did that.
I think you did that with Madam Web.
No, I said pause this shit. I want to see what happens. I was enjoying Madam Web, believe it or not. It was terrible, but at least it was funny. And it made me mad at some points with how bad it was, but like I still needed to see it. This movie...
It still felt like it was worth watching.
This movie... Oh my god.
Was it shot well?
It's nominated for Best Cinematography, but let me put it this way. The way that it's shot and the way that it's lit, it doesn't support the narrative in any way. It's just, oh, I bet this shot would look cool. They're just trying.
I love things like that.
No, it's trying its hardest to look cool and look interesting, but it doesn't serve any narrative purpose whatsoever.
I'm going to watch the
And
trailer.
This little rhyme that I'm doing right now is about as good as any single song in the goddamn movie.
Trailer number 1. Okay.
It's
Don't like that. Oh, is it a Netflix movie?
It is.
Why is it super wide? Why is she's full lit?
It's so bad.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Did you use AI for this?
One of
Yeah,
DJ's
kind of a cool shot
one
that
of the things
useless.
DJ had to say about it is if this movie's nominated for so many Oscars, I can genuinely see a movie completely made with generative AI winning Best Picture next year.
It looks like it's made out of AI.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
Like it looks so fake. And part of me wants to believe that maybe they were going for that. And part of me wants me to believe that sometimes the costume design and the way that it's shot is trying to make it look like a stage production. But even so, that just takes you out of the fucking project. It takes you out of the movie.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. AI was used to clean up key portions of their performances.
Really?
Fucking knew it. Yes.
That explains some of it too.
And also during the singing portions as well.
What the
Oh
fuck
wait,
did it...
they might have only used the AI during the singing portions.
Still, that's fucking horrendous.
But I'm pretty sure they would have they it really looks like they did in the hey, they used generative
Dude.
and that's in the Brutalist.
Yeah,
But it's so
in the
bad.
Brutalist they apparently
It's really bad.
It's really bad. Dude, have you seen any clips from this movie?
Of course not. I
Okay.
have free time.
I'm gonna
don't
sing.
have free
I'm
time.
gonna sing a little song for you, and the fact that I can sing it perfectly should show you how bad the music in this movie is. It's very nice to meet you. I've heard a lot about you. I'm here for force exchange operation. I see. And that's the doctor. Man to woman or woman to man. Man to woman, penis to vagina. That's exactly how the song goes. And that's also the only song in English. The rest of them are in Spanish. Bad Spanish.
What was the budget of this movie?
I don't know.
Okay, I have to check.
But see,
now.
it
It's a
makes
Netflix
me angry
movie.
that people like legitimately put money into this thinking it would pay off, and it makes me more angry that it did pay off.
Money and time. Okay, so that's
Like,
interesting.
I refuse to believe that a team of people worked hard on this. I am
more than just a team, thousands.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to like I'm sure some of you were like trying your
Okay,
hardest.
that's not a huge budget actually, to be clear.
What was it?
22 million.
Yeah, it's
But that's the same budget of Nickel Boys, so
yeah. This
God, that sucks for what they've got.
this movie genuinely drained my energy for the rest of the week.
That's really bad.
In
That's
in
really
in
bad.
class the next day, we were talking about, you know, the difference between what objectively makes a good movie and what, you know, subjectively makes a good movie, and they asked, "What's something that tells you you're watching an objectively bad movie?" And I raise my hand and I go, "If it makes you genuinely feel sick and writhe on the floor in pain."
Why did you say that?
Because that's what Emilia Pérez made us do.
That's a fair point.
DJ was on
So
my
funny.
floor, rolling
I wish-
around because it was
I wish I
so
was
bad.
with you guys. I wish I was with you guys. That would have been so fun.
Oh my god! I'll send you the pictures and videos that I took. It was so bad.
We need a topic change. Oh no.
I watched another movie that was good. Can I talk about that?
Sure.
I watched A Real Pain. I loved it. Have you heard anything about that movie?
Google another movie.
It's Jesse Eisenberg wrote and directed in it.
Really?
And
And he has Kieran Kierkegaard. What's his name?
Kieran Culkin.
Culkin.
And
Jesus
Kieran
Christ.
Culkin did a
Oh, they
brilliant.
play Jews.
Yeah, they're on a Holocaust tour in Poland.
I'm gonna make a note of that.
It's a good movie. I just love little movies like that.
It has a tiny budget, but it has incredibly high-ranking producers.
Yeah, but no, I mean when I say little movies, I mean movies that are mainly just about like good script and good acting, and it's not
It's an indie movie.
anything.
I think he
big that
funded the
happens.
entire thing. Is my guess.
Yeah,
Because it has a budget of $3 million. Again,
it's
I
a.
think he probably.
I love this movie, and Kieran Culkin brilliantly plays a character that is both extremely lovable and insanely irritating at the same time. He perfectly pulled that
Ooh,
off.
it looks like it's shot so well.
I love the movie. I love it.
They could have made. What's my math here? Almost 8 Emilia Perez's with that money.
Yeah, and I hate that
Or
Emilia Pérez was nominated
Yeah.
and this wasn't. And this isn't the
Oh,
typical
cool.
kind of movie to be nominated for Best Picture, but hey, if Coda won Best Picture, then this should be nominated. Like,
I have to Google something else.
Coda? You don't know what Coda is? It's Child of Deaf Adults is what that means.
It's a musical / comedy.
Coda is not a musical.
It came up as a musical / comedy.
There's music in it, but it's not a musical. She starts pursuing music, and the mom's
It won the
and it
Academy
kind of
Award
makes
for
the mom a
Best
little
Picture?
mad because the mom is deaf, and she's
Really?
like, "So if I was blind, would you want to be a painter?"
It's really funny, actually. Oh, it's really funny. I'm gonna show you something. This might be a
Like-
cut bit.
Like, no, there's singing in the movie, but it's because she's practicing singing. Like, it's not a musical. But sorry, yeah.
And this might be a cut bit, but I need to show you this.
Okay.
Okay. That is that lady. What I've come to find out about her, not only was she Miss Oregon USA.
Wait. Micah! Micah! You can come in, Micah.
Hi, Micah.
Micah! Say hi to the podcast,
You guys
Micah.
filming?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Micah, come here, say hi.
Hi. I got a McFlurry.
Nice.
It's really good.
Nice.
Okay.
By the way,
I love
while
Micah so much.
DJ and I were watching Emilia Pérez, and basically DJ was in my dorm till like 7 a.m. Micah was just out in the world, and he still hasn't given me a full answer on where he was. And now he's coming back to the dorm at 11 p.m. So Micah's been like wandering lately.
He's with other roommates.
Show you where I just was.
What are your roommates?
Chilling. I made 2 new friends.
You made 2 new friends. That's awesome.
They're juniors.
They're junior. That's even cooler.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Micah.
Like a challengers type thing. So not only is this lady Miss
Not only is this lady.
this Miss Oregon,
Yep.
lady Miss Oregon,
Mhm.
prettiest woman in Oregon. Not only was she a contestant and I believe winner on The Apprentice, But she's been doing the same thing about that song for 10 years.
Wait, she performs that?
She performs it. She made a movie. She has comic books.
Where she's a ninja?
Yes. Yes. And she literally retells it. She says that ninjas come from China, not Japan. She ends it by saying how she wants to chop down Chow. Is fucking crazy. She knows the president. She knows the fucking new president. She was on a show with him. She was on The Apprentice with him. That's crazy. That's crazy. She's like world's most racist woman.
But she's not. She's actually just. She just has a deep love for Chinese culture.
Chinese culture.
She's celebrating it. What's racist about that?
You're right, and I'm not. I think that's so fucking crazy. That's so crazy. God. Okay. Also, I wanna send you some photos.
Okay.
It's just a minor grievance, and this is more of a filler, but I got a new computer. Yay!
Okay.
Yay! New computer.
Oh, also, you should send me you should put the
That
link
song?
to the song in the
No.
in the
No.
Discord. No, because
No.
I need to grab it and insert it into the video.
No, you don't. You cannot do that. I'm so serious. You cannot.
Why not?
Okay, you can only include a small portion of it because it's so fucking racist.
Yeah, but we were reacting to it, so it's fine.
That's a fair point. Well, you were singing it, dude.
Shush.
This is a minor aside. I got a new computer. And I was super happy and I got a case for it. Someone grabbed my package and then instead of opening it like a normal person, took a knife and sliced all the way through it and then dragged it out.
Okay.
It was like a bonobo ape or just a creature just literally sliced my fucking computer case in half. As soon as I bought it, it came from Amazon to sliced.
Oh my god.
This is a personal grievance. And, God. Man, it's just...
Micah, do you
Man.
want your milk back? Sorry, this is Micah's milk. Here you go, Micah.
Did you explain what Hamilton is last time?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Okay, can you?
So...
Oh, you did tell me. Okay, that's a Patreon thing. That's a Patreon thing. That is a Patreon thing.
I'm just gonna play a reaction video right now.
Oh wait,
I'm
let's
bouncing
levitate
on
you. Us before watching Hamilton. Us after watching Hamilton. Bravo. This is what it sounded like.
And yeah, that's it. That's all I'll say about Hamilton. Micah, you liked Hamilton, right?
No.
You were talking about Oscar noms, and then you.
Yeah, well,
put the
I have more to
phrase, okay.
I have more to say about Oscar noms.
Go ahead. What were the Oscar noms? I didn't check.
They're frustrating.
Are they old or are they new?
They like came out last week, so
Okay, I did not see.
they infuriate me. Because here's what I'll say.
The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown. A Complete Unknown's probably good.
No, it's good,
Sing
but it's not. I don't
Sing.
think it's gonna win.
Conclave and The Apprentice. People like The Apprentice. People like Conclave.
Wait, The Apprentice was nominated?
Yeah.
For Best Picture?
For leading role.
Yeah,
Actor in
leading
the
role. Yeah. Sorry, I thought you were reading
almost
the Best Picture.
identical with supporting role, which is Nora is different. I don't know.
Okay, no, supporting role.
Wicked. Okay, Wicked was nominated for leading role.
Hey, it was also nominated for supporting role. Ariana Grande was nominated for an Oscar. And here, I watched.
So was
Hey.
the person for Emilia Pérez.
Well, yeah, but that's a whole other thing. I'm gonna get into that.
And Demi Moore in The Substance?
That I still haven't seen The Substance, so I can't speak on that. Right?
Apparently it's just like a white goo.
Well, no, it's
Am I thinking of the wrong thing?
no, it's a body horror movie, but with more
Ugh.
substance than most horror movies, apparently. Ha
Ugh.
ha ha. but here's what I'll say. Uh, 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 Ariana Grande nominated for Best Supporting Actress. I'm sorry.
Wallace and Gromit nominated.
For yes, Wallace and Gromit. Whoa. Sorry.
Yes.
Um,
Actual animation. Yes.
sorry. What was I saying? Yes. So I watched Wicked. I'm not going to speak about it on this podcast. But here's what I'll say. Ariana Grande, I liked her in the role more than I thought I would. That is not an Oscar-worthy performance. Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. I don't think the movie should have been nominated for Best Picture at all, but it was one of the most influential movies of the year, and that's what the Oscar has to do now because they fill up 10 nominations.
Wicked got so many nominations.
Yeah, so here's how the Oscars work these days. So
Jesus.
it used to be that only 5 movies were nominated for Best Picture, right?
Sure.
Then over the course of the 2010s, more and more would get nominated, and now we're at 10 movies a year.
Yikes.
So here's the thing. That's only there so that the Oscars can pull in viewership from more fan bases.
Wait. How did Emilia Pérez get music nomination?
I don't
Original
know.
score
I already
nomination?
complained about this.
How did Wicked?
That makes a lot more sense. It's a musical at the very least. That makes more sense than Emilia Pérez. Okay? But,
Also nominated for original song.
hey, Max, I was talking. Jesus Christ.
Two nominations for original song.
Emilia Pérez?
Yes.
That's batshit crazy.
And she's in competition with Elton John.
Sorry.
Elton John.
Sorry. But Max, so the way that the Oscars used to work, 5 nominations. Now we're at 10. And that only exists. Are you listening, Max? Are you paying attention?
Yes, I'm just trying to count how many of these I've seen. I've seen 1.
Yeah. Okay. So, Max, eyes here. Eyes up here. And there's 10 nominations for Best Picture so that they can pull in more viewership to reach more fan bases. The thing is, that makes them less reliable and more stupid, and that means films that are rewarded even though they don't deserve it. Because there are always like 5 movies that you know aren't going to win, right? And if you know they're not going to win, they don't deserve to be nominated. Everybody knows Wicked is not going to win.
Would buy it. Barbie, Year of the Movie.
Barbie, everybody
of the
knew
year.
Barbie wasn't going to win. Everybody knew Barbie wasn't going to win. It shouldn't have been nominated
people
either.
were mad. People were really mad.
Some not educated people.
Twitter women, mad.
Yeah, well, dude, what? There was another movie that was starring a woman that was much better. It was called Anatomy of a Fall, and I also think she should have won Best Actor, but I also haven't seen Poor Things, so I'm not going to knock on Emma Stone or anything. I still need to watch Poor Things.
People like Poor Things.
Yep, yes, they did. That's why I need to watch it.
There's so many movies.
But, yeah, there's a lot of them.
There's a lot.
But yeah, if you know like 5 of them aren't going to win, those 5 shouldn't be nominated. All the nominations should be in equal competition with one another. That's why it's a nomination process. Like, Jesus Christ.
My dad had this theory.
Yeah?
My dad had this theory. And it's in reference to when he was at the Oscars.
Uh-huh.
And his Oscars, I would say, was the last legit one. Revenant. Come on. But his theory is that the Oscar goes to who does the most ambitious movie. Not the best.
Fair.
Most ambitious.
That works in some cases, but not all cases. But that definitely,
for a
like, that
lot
would
of them,
definitely
it's pretty
explain, like,
right.
Shape of Water winning over 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Yeah. It also works for a lot of the nominations.
Well, definitely nominations, but, but Coda, for instance, won Best Picture, and that definitely wasn't the most ambitious of the year, I don't think. I'm trying to think of other Best Picture winners. Birdman did win, and I would call that pretty damn ambitious.
That was extreme.
I'm just thinking of random Best Picture winners. Oppenheimer was pretty damn ambitious, but it was also executed perfectly. So it
Oppenheimer was fantastic.
Like Oppenheimer and Birdman, those were both very ambitious, but they were also brilliantly executed. So it's kind of that combination at the very least, out with some of the wins.
Yeah, I think it's definitely.
Yeah. But I will also say, but Everything Everywhere All at Once, you could argue, I actually didn't think that was the best film of that year, but it was pretty damn ambitious.
I didn't see it.
It's pretty damn
I've
good.
seen
It's
most
damn
of this.
good. Here's the thing. I'm more okay with that winning Best Picture than I was with Michelle Yeoh winning Best Actress. I understand why she won, but it felt more like an achievement award than it did for actually Best Acting in this. Because Michelle Yeoh
Okay.
has a great filmography and everything, but I genuinely think Kate Blanchett should have won for Tar over Michelle Yeoh that year.
You love Tar.
I didn't love Tar as a whole, but I loved
You
Kate
loved
Blanchett,
Kate
in
Blanchett,
Tar.
yeah,
I think
in
she
Tar.
did brilliantly. And yeah, it was. Yeah, and ugh, sorry, this whole thing has got me in a bind. Oh, and here's another thing about the way things are nominated these days. How they consider who is a supporting actor and who is a lead actor. You know? It used to be that when Amadeus was a big movie, which was very good, and this is an older movie about Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
I'm gonna put that in my
It's
watch list
pretty
for them
good.
to watch it.
Salieri and Amadeus were both nominated for Best Actor. Even though Salieri has a more central role than Amadeus, Amadeus had a damn good amount of screen time, and his role was not just there to support Salieri's role. Even though Salieri was the main character, they were both nominated for Best Actor. And that's how it used to be. But if Amadeus came out today, Salieri would have been nominated for lead actor, and Amadeus would have been nominated for supporting.
Really?
That's what I genuinely believe. Because look at this example. Kieran Culkin was nominated for Best Supporting Actor, and honestly, I wouldn't be mad if he won that Oscar. But at the same time, I do not think he played a supporting character. I think he played a co-lead. I think he co-led with Jesse Eisenberg. In fact, the movie was really about him in a lot of ways, but it was about both of those characters and their relationship.
That's kind of gay.
They're cousins.
I know.
You sick fuck. Anyway, so Zoe Saldana was nominated
Yeah.
for Best Supporting Actress.
Do I know who this person is? I'm googling.
Gamora.
Oh, I think she's a good actress.
Yeah, but just listen to me. She was nominated for Best Supporting Actress for Emilia Pérez.
Sure.
She doesn't play Emilia Pérez. She plays Emilia Pérez's lawyer. She is the main character of that movie.
Amelia Perez or her?
Zoe Saldana, the lawyer of Emilia Pérez, is the main character of Emilia Pérez.
Okay, cool.
The movie follows the lawyer at the beginning, and then Zoe Saldana is brought in by Emilia Pérez, and then most of the movie is Zoe Saldana. I genuinely believe Zoe Saldana has more screen time than Emilia Pérez. And she's a
think a
more
lot of
central
your
character. The movie
issues with
starts
this
with her,
movie-
ends with her. And she's nominated for Best Supporting Actress. And I have two theories. One, Academy's really stupid now, and they're like, well, the movie's called Emilia Pérez, so it's about... And that would mean that they would actually nominate Amadeus for Best Actor and Salieri for Best Supporting Actor, which wouldn't make any sense because Salieri is the main character of Amadeus, you know? Even though the movie's called Amadeus, right?
Can I go on a conspiracy theory I have?
1 second, I have one more conspiracy. I have a conspiracy theory about this nomination.
Okay, fair.
I think Zoe Saldana was nominated for Best Supporting Actress because that's the only way they can justify her being nominated for an Oscar. Because she can't compete with the people nominated in the Best Actress category. But she can compete with Ariana Grande. Anyway, your turn.
This is a crazy. It's a crazy thing that we're having a conversation of Ariana Grande versus Zoe Saldana.
For Wicked and Emilia Pérez. Ah!
This might come off as a little too right wing, but I have this fear
Yeah.
of people our age and older, within the like 5 to 10 years older than us,
Yeah.
getting jobs and stuff like this, and being uneducated and stupid dipshits.
What about it?
Like you were saying, the Academy doesn't know what they're doing anymore.
Yeah.
I think about like most people in their 20s to 30s
Yeah.
who
Well,
are
hey,
replacing the older generation.
look,
and
look,
I think, man,
Can I put this clearly?
damn.
The Academy does not have a perfect record throughout all of history. Titanic was nominated for like 11 Oscars. That was not the best movie
Now-
of that year.
It was extremely ambitious.
It was ambitious technically, but not with the story.
No, but technically it was hard.
Yeah, but so that
Also, fucking James Cameron's a god.
do you actually believe that?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
And
God,
hey,
there's a show you
hey,
should watch
hey,
that
no, but here-
basically.
here-
Wait, just very quickly. There's a show. God, I'm gonna find out the name in a second. They
oh, so you don't even know
set
what
the-
you're talking about.
they
okay,
set the
I see.
entire. They set like 4 different episodes about going to the future, and they go to James Cameron's house, and he has a house that talks to him, and the house is like, James Cameron is my creator. He is the best of us, and it's just shitting on James Cameron for I think 4 episodes straight, and it's really funny. I'm gonna
Is
find
the
out what
show
it is.
Supernatural?
No,
Because I know there's like a scene from Supernatural where it was like, why did you stop that ship from sinking? Because I hate the movie. What movie? Exactly.
James Cameron. You fill.
Well, I was talking about something, but it was something completely different. It was about Titanic, though. I just wanted to say a couple things about Titanic's Oscar nominations and blah 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 blah. What are you looking up? Is it actually important? I already forgot. So my senses say no. Basically, here's what I'll say. I'm just gonna say this to listeners. I think Titanic deserved the nominations it got in terms of all the technical aspects and production design and whatnot. It was a very technically ambitious movie, and it was executed very well. But I think Kate Blanchett definitely deserved to be nominated. No, not Kate Winslet. Sorry. I definitely think Kate Winslet deserved to be nominated. I think she did very, very well in that movie. She's Kate Winslet. She does well in everything I've seen her in.
Future Man. That's what it's called, by the way.
Huh?
Future Man. I actually thought Future Man was pretty funny.
Interesting. I'll look into it. But yeah, no other nominations did Titanic deserve. None other. It was definitely probably one of the most influential movie that year, which is something that happens a lot. And that's another thing, like the movie Black Panther. Good. Not Oscar worthy. Right?
What was it nominated for again?
Best Picture.
Costume design, it absolutely was
Yeah,
nominated for, or it should have gotten, and music.
It was good music.
Yeah,
but
no,
probably
the
not
music
best.
was really
It was
good.
good, but I'm not going to go out on
And
a limb and say it was
extremely
Oscar worthy because I don't really remember it. But yeah, extremely influential. But I was arguing that it did not deserve to be nominated for Best Picture because it definitely was not one of the 10 best movies of that year.
Chadwick Boseman's a treasure. How dare you?
He is. It's still a Marvel movie. It's still.
That's a fair point.
And
there's a funny.
yeah,
There's a
wait,
Reddit that's
listen,
called,
listen. So somebody we know, NC, I was talking to him about this, and he said, yeah, but it was like the most influential movie of the year. Okay. The award's called Best Picture of the Year, nominated for Most Influential Movie of the Year. Not Best Picture of the Year. Jesus Christ, the Academy is fucked.
This person's turned into an absolute hoe, by the way. There's a Reddit that is called Explain a Film Plot Badly, and the Autobot comment on literally everything is, if you put a Marvel movie, you will be banned. You will instantly be banned. Immediately, frame 1 gone. And I think that's really funny. Because they're fucking Marvel movies, but that's people like Marvel movies, but
They're
also
okay.
suck. There's some that are cool.
I rewatched Civil War also for DJ's podcast because DJ's just doing a MCU rewatch right now because DJ doesn't remember most of them from when she was younger, right?
Yep.
So that's just the DJ on her podcast. She's gonna do a new release, a classic, and a wild card, right? So that's what Civil
Sure.
War is. It's the wild card, and so I rewatched that. Oh, so that also means I can't talk about it extensively. Let me put it this way: I remembered it being better. I
I
remembered it
actually
being
think
a lot.
the acting's good. I think the
No,
plot's
it's
terrible. I think the dialogue's terrible. I think it's shot cool. I think the
actually
CGI is good.
I have other thoughts about it. That I'm not going to go extensively. I think
Yeah.
it's one of the better Marvel movies, MCU movies, but yeah, it was not as good as I remembered it being. I remembered really liking it. Like I used to think it was a top 3 MCU movie. I don't think so anymore.
Really?
Yeah. The best MCU movie will always be Guardians of the Galaxy to me.
Really?
That's
Okay,
my favorite.
interesting.
Yeah.
I also just did a rewatch of a ton of them.
Oh, really? What did? What?
I actually
like
the
what's
first
what's
Avenger.
your
I think I liked the first Avenger a ton.
Captain America: The First
comparatively.
Avenger?
Yeah,
I
because it was much closer to a period piece, and
Yeah.
it was like shot better, and it was
I
slower
remember
paced.
I remember really liking that one growing up.
You should rewatch it. It's better than the others, I would say.
Then the other two,
But we're
you like it because like that's a hot
kind
take
of.
if you say you like it more than Winter Soldier. Like I'm not saying
Ooh,
it's
no,
a,
I do. I absolutely.
I'm not
do.
saying it's a bad take. I'm saying it's a hot take.
Sorry, no, I don't like it more. I think it's better.
Yeah.
It's different.
Okay.
But I want to.
Because I have always thought that Winter Soldier's a little overrated. Like, yes, it has Robert Redford in it, who I have an obligation to love in everything he's in. But I do think that Winter Soldier's pretty overrated. Bye bye bikinis. Sorry, that's a line from the movie.
I have a new class, comedic writing and fiction. This is the most conceited professor I've ever had.
I see. How so?
He's a tall New Yorkian Jew. He's been on, he's a reporter for MSNBC, not a reporter, what is it? He writes for MSNBC all the time. He's like a professor, he's a dean of like a Jewish society or something at Georgetown. But he is the most conceited professor I've ever had. The second assignment was to read his book. Third assignment was to find something funny in his book and then talk about it to the class. Fourth assignment is to write him a eulogy.
Okay.
But he's also more charismatic than my other professors. That's also because it's a smaller class and he knows our names and I'll have a direct conversation. It's a very interesting type of person. So he's direct, but he's also pretty conceited. And
Micah's back. Hi, Micah.
Micah, yay. And so for our first in-person class that I went to, because I joined late, we did a part where we share out portion of Paul Beatty's The Sellout, and we talk about it, and why we think it works as a joke, and why we think it works comedically. Then we have to do that for his book, find a portion we thought that worked comedically. One part I thought was really funny was that he said that scholars, as in people doing research and whatever, are some of, if not the hardest working profession out of all of them.
Interesting.
Which I thought was funny. And I talked to my family about it. Because like we think about like ER nurses.
Yes.
You know? Undocumented immigrants working on farms.
Oil rig workers.
Oil rig farmers.
That's the Bill Burr answer. Like, no, when he was talking about people who say that being a mother is the hardest job in the world. Really? Like harder than oil rig workers? Like
Yeah. People who who literally weld under the ocean.
Yeah.
Like there's a long list of harder working people.
Yeah.
I would say. Like a long list.
Mm-hmm. And we're grateful to all of them. Thank you for keeping our country like running, essentially.
Keep it up.
Yes, good work.
Anyways. For this class, it's just a crazy dynamic. And then he makes us write roasts of people in the class to their face. He says, I'm going to need 3 volunteers. 3 people raise their hand. He's like, all right, you guys have 10 minutes. Write roasts about them. And then we're going to read them out to their face. Which is extraordinarily weird, direct, hurtful, and it's just a weird dynamic. And I look to my right, I see someone, and I get to writing. And I come up with something that is a very known audience joke. And what I say was like a white clone stormtrooper of the exclusive liberal arts college, a performative political activist whose idealism is mostly defined by ineffectual centrism. Not that funny.
No.
That's
why I was laughing.
The funnier part was the white clone stormtrooper. Yeah. This got the second.
By the way, do I have
class.
to bleep the name at the beginning of it?
No, that's an extremely common name.
I'm gonna bleep it anyway.
Okay, have fun. It was just that was the second funniest thing, which wasn't very funny. The funniest thing was this person takes this class to prove that they aren't racist and have black friends,
Huh.
which is also interesting because there's no black students in the class, but that's a separate issue. It's a weird dynamic. It's really weird.
Yeah.
And so I, building off this weirdness, volunteered the next day to be the one to be roasted.
Mm.
I got the most submissions anyone has had so far. Far and away, the most.
Mm.
They were kind of brutal. So I figured it would be fun to read some of them out now.
I can't wait.
Is Max a student? He's got to be at least 65 years old. He looks like he ran the Stanford prison experiment and thought it needed more intensity. Fought in the Civil War, or as he calls it, the War of Northern Aggression, and initiated the Salem witch trials because he didn't like women reading books. I know the sad truth that the Jewish people have been kicked out of many places throughout history. My question to you is, who kicked you out before you got here?
Ah.
It was just... Oh, okay, another thing. The professor didn't know how pterodactyl was pronounced.
Didn't
Kept
know.
calling it a pterodactyl.
He had to be doing that as a bit. He had to be doing
He
that
was
as a
not,
bit.
I swear in my life.
It had to be a.
I swear
It
in my
had to be just a
life.
terrible bit. It had to be. I refuse to believe
I
that. I
swear.
refuse to believe that. I refuse to
And then,
believe that. I
no,
refuse to
because we
believe
called him
that.
out on it. Because we called him out on it.
Yeah.
And we were like, and he was literally like, okay, guys, okay, I am the one with the 2 PhDs. All right, back
It
up.
has to be a bit. It has to be
I
a bit.
swear to you,
It's a
it is not.
comedic
For
writing
all-
class. It has to be a bit.
I swear to you, for all that I know, he did not understand.
I refuse to believe he doesn't. I refuse to believe it.
I wanted to take the easy way out like you. I wanted to.
Because it just doesn't make sense. That would mean
A
that he saw the
pterodactyl?
word written down before he's ever heard someone say it. Or he saw it and assumes that everyone else is pronouncing it improperly.
There was 2 jokes that I didn't get. They're movie related. You're gonna have to explain them to me.
Okay.
Max, how is starring in The Goonies, The Lord of the Rings, and ultimately dying the saddest death in season 2 of Stranger Things? Explain.
He was comparing you to the guy who plays Rudy. He said you... The guy who plays Samwise Gamgee. The kid from Goonies. Bob from Stranger Things season 2. Are you looking up who plays him?
Yes.
He just said that he... Sorry.
Man. Wow. Wow. Oh, that's tough.
But no, it's not
Oh,
even...
that's really
he's not...
unfortunate.
It's just so funny you didn't know that.
No.
That's
I
crazy.
don't look like that guy.
You just... He just called you
You're
Rudy.
laughing
He
too
called
much
you
of it.
Rudy, bro. Oh my god.
Someone else also called me Frodo. He walked up to me and said Frodo like a whole bunch.
Interesting. So
Is
he
it
compared you
anything?
to a different hobbit. That that guy was just calling you a hobbit.
Man.
Not
This was 2 different people.
yeah, no, but Samwise. One of them was comparing you to Samwise Gamgee, like the actor who plays him consistently, who plays Frodo Baggins' friend, another hobbit. That guy was just calling you a hobbit straight up.
Cool.
Which are
Oh god.
which they're short and have hairy feet.
Can I read you out one of the worst ones?
Sure.
Max has serious Reddit mod energy. He also wears noise-canceling headphones during sex, and the fedora stays on.
And then you have to stop every few seconds to skip the song you're listening to halfway through.
I don't have playlist sex, you freak. We watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's different.
Okay.
This is just, it was so hurt. It was so many attacks on me. And
So
my
wait, no, they were
character.
actively choosing you, or everybody got roasted?
I volunteered. I was one of 3 people that volunteered, and I got more roast than anyone.
To be fair, I would
Anyone.
also volunteer.
Far and
I would
away.
also volunteer.
Mm.
I did improv today. I went to improv.
Really? Because I've been thinking about improv a ton.
So basically, all of last semester, I always meant to go to this improv group that like all of my friends, like DJ Reese, and everybody are a part of. Like, and then DJ's like actually like a full-on upper member. Like at the end of the last semester, was voted into like an actual position. You know, but it's like all is welcome type of club. You know, and so today I finally went. It was pretty fun. I didn't do my best ever because I haven't done improv since like elementary and middle school. But I had a fun time, and I'm a big fan of the guy who is basically kind of like the head of it, or at least, yeah. He's very good at just like moderating everyone, and he was very good at like, getting the newer people to, actually participate and highlighting their strengths and what they need to work on. He did a very good job.
Improv can be good and it's good for comedy, but it's so close to the border between being really lame.
It is.
That it's always kind
but
of a,
it's just
kind of a fear.
it's literally just like playing pretend with a group of friends,
Okay, you saying that made me want to do it less.
That's
I don't know.
literally what it is. That's literally what it is. I don't know what to tell you. It's literally playing games with friends. I enjoyed it though. I'm gonna keep going.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna keep talking. You're gonna keep going to.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep going to improv.
Yeah.
Also, just because I have a lot of friends there and everything, and they have a lot of outside gatherings and parties and whatnot that seem kind of fun.
I've been realizing the more I drink carbonated water, the more my pee has been carbonated.
What?
And
you're carbonating your pee?
I know. And it just got me thinking about
Max. I'm gonna have to clip this, Max.
Oh, that's fine. I don't care. It's carbon dioxide. I'm sure it works like that. It got me thinking about so there's girls who have like piss fetishes. And I think girls who have like certain carbonization level fetishes. It's like you gotta have the right amount of bubbles.
Max.
It's gotta have the right consistency. It's like you gotta have the LaCroix. You gotta have the LaCroix to get that good quantity of bubble. The Waterloo ones. It's got
a tingle.
Too sharp, too spicy. Exactly. Now I'm thinking about if chum is like that.
Chum?
I'm saying cum.
Oh.
But chum.
I was like, when did we get to hey man, chum is fun.
Hey man, I just need a cum chaser to match with my vodka sauce.
No, dude.
So stupid.
I refuse to add to the joke.
But you want to. There's 3 chords. Alright, hey guys, so if you're making this recipe at home, you're gonna use 1 shot of cum.
No, we're moving on. We have to move on.
2.5 shots of tequila.
You've been watching too much Cum Town. We have to move on.
For your guests, so I want to use there's a little bit of lime. There's a little bit of lime juice. It really
Hey, if I'm not allowed to explain Hamilton, you have to stop.
So cum chasers. No, that's it. That's it. I went on a tangent. I've been listening to too much Cum Town, and Adam Friedland's really funny, and Nick Mullen is really, really funny.
What's in my goddamn topic channel?
No. This might be another cut bit, but it's just. No, I'm not gonna say this one. This isn't for our audience.
Okay.
God, it was so funny though.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
No. Actually, no. God, they're so funny, but they're so racist. But they're so funny.
I'm gonna tell a story now. So in my topic channel, I just put a screenshot of True Detective. So we've been doing some detective work in the friend group recently. So DJ has been talking to a guy, right? But basically, for the longest time, none of us have really trusted him, including DJ. DJ was like,
dude, this is crazy.
Not, but we've all been a little unsure about him. DJ never really wanted to hang out with him alone before trusting him more, right? And here's what I'll say. I'm not going to go into too many details, but he always had this like look in his eye that I didn't trust. Also, I didn't trust that the name he gave us was his real name. Okay? His name apparently is Tommy Oliver, right?
Are you no shit? That's a fake name.
I never thought
Chucky La Pasta is more believable than that, man.
But
That's
I never
on you.
thought it was his real name, or at least I never thought Oliver at the very least was his last name, you know? But, you know, we didn't, but like he always had this look in his eye, and then so every so often, like we would be hanging out at the Big Cheesy, and then there would be a guy who's obviously like a tweaker outside, and then somebody would ask about him because we were gonna see it if like he was okay, and then realized that he was kind of like, you know, doing his own thing. So we were like, okay. Then we went inside, and somebody was kind of like, oh yeah, who's that guy? And then Tommy will go, oh, that's my grandpa, right? And so he clearly lies to people he doesn't know well for fun, right?
I mean, that could just be his attempt at a funny joke.
It is, right? But he'll have the same look in his eye when he does that, when he tells us that he's on part of the Air Force and on reserve and going to go into cyber warfare. You know? And he has that same
What the
look
fuck
in
does
his
that
eye.
mean? Why didn't you ask me that? I'm a computer science guy. When this motherfucker says, my name is Tommy Oliver and I'm going into cyber warfare.
Just listen.
And you didn't realize that you were quoting fucking Jack
Just listen,
Reacher.
just
That's
listen.
on you, man.
I did realize. What the fuck do you... I literally just said I didn't fucking trust it. What are you talking about? Anyway. So I was just like, I don't believe that, you know? And anyway, turns out we eventually find out he doesn't have any social media that we know of. We eventually find out that he knows the wizard.
Oh.
The
that's a
wizard,
callback.
dude. The wizard. And my God,
Like,
the
he
wizard's
knows the
ruined
wizard,
for
or does
me.
he actually know the
He's a
wizard?
friend of the
Oh.
wizard. He's a friend of the wizard.
Okay.
And so we found the wizard's Instagram, right? And the wizard has been ruined for me, by the way. He's the kind of guy who posts reels of himself just talking about things because he thinks he has important stuff today. Thanks for tuning into the important stuff to say. Thanks for tuning into the podcast. But he like kind of like he'll get more. That's why I refuse to get philosophical on here because I don't want to be one of those guys. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But then he'll also ruin himself for me because I'm just going to quote him. So I've been meditating at LSU to try to get bitches. I'm like, no, you were filled with such mystery and whimsy,
that's so
and now
funny.
you're a misogynist.
Man,
No!
that's like 90% of male motivation to do anything,
Yes.
which is also makes it extra funny.
Yeah. So,
I could've
but
told
he's
you
also
what he was doing.
he's also too old for college, so
Ooh, yeah.
so that makes it worse. So yeah, the wizard's been ruined. But basically, we find an old picture of him with Tommy at a Comic-Con a couple years ago. And Tommy is dressed as the Green Power Ranger. And that's when Nate goes, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't notice before. Tommy Oliver is the real name of the Green Power Ranger. He Catch Me If You Can us, dude. Have you seen?
I didn't know you were living a cartoon life.
Have you seen Catch Me
What
If You?
was happening?
Have you
Yes,
seen
I-
Catch Me?
I have, I
Yeah,
have,
he
I
Catch Me
have.
If You Can us, dude. For
Oh,
those,
that's so
for anyone who
funny.
hasn't seen Catch Me If You Can, Leonardo
Watch it.
DiCaprio. Yeah, it's a good movie. Leonardo DiCaprio is a fan of comic books, and he'll use pseudonyms that are comic book names. So he goes by Barry Allen at one point. In Barry Allen's Name of the Flash, and he goes as by Dr. Connors one point when he pretends to be a doctor, and that's the lizard from Spider-Man, Dr. Connors. So yeah, this guy fucking Catch Me If You Can does.
So funny.
And then that sent the whole group on a detective spree to just like track him through the internet and find out literally everything they can about him. So yeah, we have pictures of his childhood home now, and we know that his family donates to St. Jude, and but more importantly, no connections to the military. Oh, but yeah, yeah, that's yeah. That's
I'm
the
gonna make the free time comment again.
yeah. more of the group was doing that. I didn't contribute too heavily to the detective work.
It's crazy. Again, that you're living a cartoon life. I don't understand, man.
Yep.
How does this happen in your data? So you met a wizard. Turns out the wizard.
I never met the wizard. I just looked at him while he was meditating and tried to see where the music was coming from, and I still don't know where the music was coming from.
You saw the wizard doing stuff with his powers.
Yep.
You find a random man who's pretending to be the Green Power Ranger, who is a friend of the wizard. You use this is stupid shit. This is all crazy shit.
And we ate at the Big Cheesy, and we. Oh my god.
That place cannot. You have to show me it when I come, but.
Oh my god, but yeah, that's something I just
Jesus.
had to say. But yeah, we also did figure out his real name. But I'm not gonna spread that out.
Tommy Oliver wasn't his real name?
But yeah, no, but we kind of want to set up a sting operation and have DJ wear a wire and have them go to like a public location, and so that DJ can talk to him and then accuse him, and then we can all roll up like, yeah, that's right, real name. We knew it.
Oh, dude, no, that's not what you do. You give DJ a manila folder. In the manila folder, you have photos of his childhood home. You have the Google Maps. You have the Google Maps image. You have that. You have him just like with like a military flag.
Oh yeah, wait. Here's what I'll say. We also found pictures of him, like older pictures of him on like family members' Instagrams, and he used to have like super long serial killer hair. You know?
Is this person Mormon?
I don't know.
Or are they religious? I think they're religious. That's my guess. I think they're religious.
I
I've
don't
noticed
think
that
so.
with like Uber.
I don't think so.
I've noticed.
I don't
let me
think
finish.
so.
But
yeah.
Let me finish. I've noticed that with like uber religious people, you'll see kind of that culty look in their eye. And it's like,
he definitely has that.
That's unsettling.
Like, you know what? That might be the look in his eye that I was seeing. Like
because
the entire time I knew him, you can ask anyone. I always said, "There's something hidden behind those eyes, and it's not good." You know. I said this about him.
God, what's his name?
The entire time.
It's not. God, what is his name?
And the worst thing is, he was actually kind of chill. I kind of liked him.
Charles Manson. If you look at the video of Charles Manson's face, his eyes kind of do that same thing where they just kind of stare. They have that stare.
Honestly, fuck, that's the look. Fuck.
yeah, I knew it.
Oh god, I watched too much Mindhunter, and now I'm a
Mindhunter's so good.
I love Mindhunter, dude. And we're never David Fincher had basically confirmed we're never getting a third season.
Why? Did David Fincher do it?
Yeah. That's why it's so good.
That's probably why it's good. Well, also Jonathan Groff is treasure.
Yeah. Well, it's because, and this is the reason why it was so expensive. There's actually a lot of CGI in that show. Really? And it's all done to make it look like the environment look like the 70s.
I haven't seen season 2. I've only seen season 1.
Yeah, but you don't notice it because there's so much money and time put into it. And even though
it looks like actually good.
Yeah,
and well done.
but that makes the show really expensive. And although the viewer base of Mindhunter is really passionate, it's not large enough to justify how expensive the show is. So Netflix is
Well, it's also a Netflix show, right?
Well, yeah, and so Netflix is not going to continue making it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but the profit, like, it's also Netflix's profit system's dog shit. It's really weird and bad. You want to see a video of Larry David skipping out of a Holocaust museum?
No, I don't really like adding in videos that we react to into podcasts after having to do that with the Daredevil episode. That was actually, with the Daredevil trailer last episode, that was difficult. But
no, it's fine. It's just I saw a clip of Larry David skipping out of the Holocaust Museum and Curb Your Enthusiasm, and it was so funny.
Curb is really
so funny.
All the clips I
Curb
see
is
are
really
hilarious.
good.
I need to watch it.
There's
and you need to watch Seinfeld so you would understand half of the jokes in Curb.
There's a type of Jew comedian that my professor talked about, where there's two types. There's the like shorter, nerdier Adam Friedland type Jew comedian, where it's just like smarter, and that's the goal of it, is to be kind of like the smarter figure outy, the Seinfeld type, And then, but there's apparently like a tall boxer. He used the phrase "dick swanging Jew." And
Interesting.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how many of these guys I've met. And it just got me thinking. Like, I don't know if I've met that Pokemon type of Jew. Have you? Have you met the dick swinging tall Jew?
Uh,
Kind of, but he's not. He's a
Okay.
fake Jew.
Thanks for giving me a name I have to bleep. Because not only was that a first name, that was a last name too, Max. It was- uh,
Nice.
but I suppose I have. Come to think of it. Yeah, I think I have. But not as common. Not as common. Yeah. I
It's
I
just-
acted in a movie last night. Again.
Did you?
Yeah. Friend of mine in class that I'm in just posted on a story saying he was looking for actors and one person to help out on crew. I'm like, I'm happy to act or help out with the thing. So Nate helped out with the thing and then I acted. And basically I spent an hour walking up to a girl and hugging her over and over again. Yeah.
Oh no.
No.
That sounds awful.
No. Well, and Nate called it a horror movie. It's, oh no, Alci finally touches a woman. Yeah. I don't know. That's the only reason I brought it up. Because of that one
Just
joke
to
Nate
make
made.
sure. Okay.
Yeah. But,
That's
we're also
tough.
supposed to catch up on this podcast. I always forget that that's the goal sometimes. So, yeah, I filmed the movie yesterday. Max, what did you do yesterday?
I had class starting at 9:30, and I
What
went
interesting
home at
things
8.
did you do yesterday?
I figured out how to take a data set and then plot a cross chart, like a histogram of gender and like countries by women legislators using the RCPA 3 library.
Micah, where are you going?
I used some stream
Micah, are you
insertion
going to
stuff,
wander the campus again?
a good amount of stream insertion type stuff.
Sorry.
I
I like how you just didn't break your
course not.
conversational flow. You just kept moving, kept going.
did about 25 New York Times mini crosswords like the old ones. Here's
Fun.
actually a useful tip. You can do the mini for free each
Yeah.
day. However, if you just put in the date into the title, you can do all of the old ones for free. All of
Huh.
them. Every single one.
Wait, New York Times
Um,
specifically?
hmm?
Because
The New York Times mini, which is the only one that's money, like, rented.
yeah, because Washington Post also has, right? Like minis.
Is that what I meant to say? No, New York Times is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, because the one that owns Wordle. Yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, okay, interesting guy. So, Wordle was invented by a guy named Josh Wardle.
You're
Josh
kidding.
Wardle. No, I'm not.
That's like
Josh Wardle.
the inventor of
worked
woman,
at-
Jonathan
okay.
Woman.
Josh Wardle worked at Reddit. He invented r/place, which was the thing like a while ago where basically you could place one pixel every 20 minutes and everyone would work together to make art and stuff. And it was a
didn't
million
know that was
pixels
a
by a
thing.
million pixels, and every 5 years they bring it back.
That's crazy.
And it's just he's this really cool developer, and I think he's a really cool dude. I know nothing about him other than he made Wordle just as a game to play with his wife,
Wow.
and he sold it for $1 million.
That's crazy.
Yeah, which actually is a little low. Okay, RT's
Yeah,
website.
considering how
he
many
made-
people play it, yeah.
RT's website,
Mhm.
Colordle.
Yeah.
He made a color version.
Yeah.
He gets a few tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands website visits each month.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, somebody we know
It's
made a
crazy.
website that is a game like Wordle. But yeah.
Yeah, there's a million of them, but yes.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's
Is
just,
there any way you could
it's like-
monetize it? Like
yeah,
like
you
add
put ads on it. You would put ads, and then you could also put cookies.
True. I still don't know what cookies
Neither-
are, but
Okay, easy way to. It's a
hey,
little
Max,
bug.
Max, nobody cares. Okay.
I can explain it to you in 10 seconds. It's
But
you go to a
it's
website
but it's
a little.
it's shrouded in
Shut
mystery.
the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You go to a website. It's a little bug. It attaches onto you and follows you when you go to other websites. It tracks what you do. Easy.
That's what. That's not a. Those are like Despicable Me cookie spies.
That's what they do. I don't
That's
know
not
if
a
they-
cookie.
That's exactly what a cookie is.
But like, that's a terrible name for it. That's a name.
They made it sound something super nice.
Yeah. That's misleading.
Like
That's
when
immoral.
A website asks, okay, when
I'm
a
getting
website
too loud.
asks, Okay.
We recorded a Patreon episode, and my RA had to ask me to quiet down, and that's
that was really funny.
hopefully that's out before this episode's out. By the way, I think we should start releasing episodes on Tuesday and Patreon episodes on Monday. And Patreon cut. We release the Patreon cut Monday and then episode on Tuesday, because then I can edit on the weekend.
Okay.
So yeah, new schedule, guys. New schedule. You're getting this on Tuesday. You're getting this episode on Tuesday.
But I want you to spread out the shorts more.
I just post them.
possible.
I post them once a day, and I usually get like 4.
And can you make them shorter?
All of the shorts this week are under 30 seconds.
Okay, can you make 1 or 2 of them like 10 seconds?
Sure. I'll do my
10
best.
to 15? Just because there's the...
They're just the hard part about that is just no matter what, they're always less funny when I do that.
Of course they're less funny. There's less context.
Yeah. Oh well. I'm sacrificing my artistic value for public approval.
Sustainability in our business.
Yes, our business that makes $8 a month.
That's... I mean, okay.
Considering
I'm being
our
so real.
fan base, yeah.
Considering us being dipshits. This podcast is literally about us talking to each other. I mean,
Yeah.
Come on, your expectations. We're at an hour 30.
Oh, did you see?
1:33.
My friend Reese predicted. We had a little PowerPoint night, and my friend Reese predicted our futures. And my future was that. Let me go. Look.
I was supposed to drink this.
Let me go look at what my future was. Okay. My future was one that I would be a famous podcaster. That's probably the least accurate one. Another prediction that I would drop out junior year for a film job. That is so freaking likely.
Yeah.
And then probably the most accurate prediction that I will marry a bisexual woman.
Right there with you, bud.
Then the little side predictions. Dyes hair black.
No.
Probably not going to happen, but if I were going to dye my hair any color, that's probably what I would choose. You know?
What?
Well,
What?
if I'm going to
No,
dye my
no,
hair, I'm not
no,
just going to
what?
like dye it brown. Like that's boring as fuck. But I would only ever like dye my hair or something for like a movie, you know?
Yeah, of course you do that.
And so I would go black hair for a movie. But I looked better than I thought I would with black hair during Halloween.
Right.
So there's that. But yeah, continues to pursue film projects while podcast goes viral. Well, if it did go viral, that would be the case, yes. And then has 4 sons, all named Alcides. That's my plan.
That was just extra funny.
Yep.
We're at an hour 34.
We are. And we probably cut out about 5 minutes of stuff. So, yeah.
I know. I don't think it's 5 minutes though.
Well, you think it's more or less?
Less, which means I want to stop so that I can go sleep.
No. Yes.
I'm ending.
Thank you so much for watching. That was our episode of A Reason to Talk, and that was fun. And Emilia Pérez is making me consider hurting myself or others. Thank you very much.
And others. Thank you for watching.